Welcome to our channel. We are so glad you found your way here. Let us help you fall asleep. Let's begin with the Oratory of Cicero. Listening to the voice that chased Roman shadows, take a slow, deep breath in and release it. Let the noise of today fall away as we step back, not just hours or years, but centuries, into the vast theater of crime and punishment in ancient Rome. If you genuinely like our videos, please hit like and subscribe. This exploration of Cicero's life reveals a figure intricately woven into the fabric of Roman history. Born in the year 106 before Christ, his early years unfolded in the town of Arpinum, nestled among the hills of central Italy. The environment of his youth fostered a deep appreciation for rhetoric, a skill that would later propel him into the political arena. Cicero's ascent began with his dedication to the study of law and philosophy, acquiring knowledge that would inform his speeches and writings. He became a prominent lawyer, earning respect for his eloquence and persuasive power. This reputation paved the way for his entry into the Roman Senate, where he would confront the complexities of governance during a tumultuous period characterized by political strife and civil unrest. The legacy of Cicero extends beyond his political achievements. His philosophical works contributed significantly to the development of Western thought, introducing concepts of natural law and ethics that continue to influence modern discourse. Cicero's correspondence offers valuable insight into the social and political dynamics of his time, revealing the personal struggles and triumphs that shaped his character. His oratory skills not only left an indelible mark on Roman society, but also established a standard for future generations of speakers, ensuring that his voice would echo through the corridors of history long after his demise. This period stands as a critical juncture in the evolution of governance and societal structure, marked by increasing tension between the aristocracy and the burgeoning class of the plebeians. Political factions emerged, and these divisions often manifested in violent confrontations in the streets of Rome. The conflicts, coupled with the ambitions of powerful generals and statesmen, contributed to an atmosphere of instability and uncertainty. The late Roman Republic witnessed a complex interplay of power dynamics, where alliances formed and dissolved rapidly, often influenced by personal ambitions rather than ideological commitments. This environment fostered a culture of rhetoric, where the ability to persuade and manipulate public opinion became paramount. Orators like Cicero harnessed this need, transforming their speeches into instruments of influence and persuasion. The influence of the Hellenistic world permeated Roman thought, introducing new philosophical ideas and oratorical techniques. This created a rich backdrop against which Cicero and his contemporaries operated, blending traditional Roman values with innovations inspired by Greek culture. The Senate, once the bastion of republican governance, became increasingly embroiled in corruption and patronage, leading to a decline in civic virtue. These realities shaped Cicero's responses, leading him to weave personal conviction with public duty. Cicero's formative years laid the groundwork for his eventual prominence in Roman society. Born in the year 106 BCE in Arpinum, a small town southeast of Rome, he was exposed to a diverse cultural and intellectual environment. His family's status, though not aristocratic, allowed him access to education that would prove vital in shaping his worldview. Early education took place under the guidance of skilled teachers, who instilled in him a profound appreciation for rhetoric and philosophy. This foundation was further enriched by his studies in the broader intellectual circles of Rome, where he encountered the works of great philosophers and statesmen. The influence of Greek scholars, in particular, was significant, fostering a deep engagement with their ideas, which he would later synthesize into his own political philosophy. Cicero's travels to Athens and Rhodes expanded his horizons, exposing him to varied schools of thought and honing his oratorical skills. His experiences in these regions cultivated a belief in the power of language, positioning rhetoric as a tool for public service. The unfolding political landscape of Rome, marked by tumult and strife, served as a catalyst, compelling him to articulate the ideals of justice and civic responsibility, which would become hallmarks of his public life. Rhetoric permeated Roman society, shaping public discourse and influencing the very fabric of governance. It served not merely as a tool of persuasion, but as a fundamental component of civic engagement. In the bustling forums and crowded assemblies, skilled orators wielded language with precision, crafting arguments that resonated deeply with the populace. This art form became a vehicle for both personal ambition and collective aspiration, elevating debates on law, morality, and the responsibilities of citizenship. In this environment, the power of speech could sway the masses, embolden leaders, and ignite movements. The ability to articulate complex ideas in an accessible manner determined one's standing in the political arena. Such discourse often bridged the gap between the elite and the common citizen, allowing for a shared dialogue about the direction of the republic. The influence of rhetoric extended beyond politics, permeating education and philosophy, where it became a cornerstone of the curriculum. Young Romans were trained in the art of persuasion, learning to master techniques that would enable them to navigate both public and private spheres effectively. In the courts, rhetoric stood as a pillar of justice, where the eloquence of the speaker could turn the tide of legal proceedings. This profound respect for the spoken word reflected a society that valued communication as the lifeblood of democratic engagement. Oratory encompasses a range of concepts and techniques that elevate mere speech into an art form. The use of rhetoric, particularly the mastery of ethos, pathos, and logos, serves as a foundation for effective communication. Ethos establishes the speaker's credibility, engendering trust and respect. Pathos appeals to the audience's emotions, creating a connection that transcends mere facts. Logos, grounded in logical reasoning, provides the scaffolding that supports compelling arguments. In Cicero's time, these techniques were honed through rigorous training and practice. The deliberate arrangement of ideas, known as dispositio, allowed speakers to present arguments in a coherent and persuasive manner. This organization guided audiences through complex issues, facilitating understanding and engagement. The careful choice of words, or elocutio, enhanced the emotional impact of speeches, allowing the speaker to resonate deeply with listeners. Delivery, or actio, played an equally vital role. The physical presence of an orator, combined with vocal modulation and gestures, contributed to the overall effectiveness of the message. This interplay between content and delivery ensured that each speech left a lasting impression. Such methods did not merely serve to sway public opinion, they cultivated a culture of dialogue and debate, enriching the political landscape of ancient Rome. In this way, oratory became a vital instrument for shaping societal values and fostering civic responsibility. Cicero's ascent within the Roman political landscape illustrates the complexities of early republican governance, originating as a novus homo, or new man, in a society dominated by established aristocracy. He navigated a challenging environment marked by entrenched familial alliances and political patronage. This status did not deter him, rather, it fueled an ambition that propelled him into the public eye. His legal prowess and eloquence in the forum garnered respect and attention. It was through his meticulous rhetoric that he began to sway public opinion, establishing a reputation as a formidable orator. In this arena, he addressed pressing issues, advocating for justice and the preservation of the Republic. Each speech functioned as a tool, meticulously crafted to resonate with the citizens of Rome, thus solidifying his position within political circles. Cicero's tenure as consul marked a significant milestone in his career. During this period, he confronted the Catilinarian conspiracy, a plot aimed at overthrowing the government. His decisive actions and impassioned speeches not only thwarted this threat, but also cemented his legacy as a defender of the state. Such moments exemplified the intricate relationship between oratory and authority, showcasing how the power of words could reshape destinies within the Roman Republic. Through this lens, Cicero's journey unfolds as a testament to the enduring impact of rhetoric in governance. Greek rhetoric served as a foundational pillar for the development of Roman oratory, providing a rich framework of principles and techniques that would shape the voices of future statesmen. In the bustling forums of Rome, the echoes of ancient Greek philosophers reverberated through the speeches of politicians and public figures. These teachings introduced concepts of persuasion, ethos, pathos, and logos, which became essential tools for those seeking to sway public opinion. The intricacies of Greek oratory were not merely imitated, but adapted to fit the unique political landscape of Rome. This region absorbed and modified these ideas, blending them with its own cultural nuances. Rhetoricians like Cicero studied the works of their Greek predecessors, translating not only language but also the very essence of persuasive discourse. The Romans recognized the power of eloquence to mobilize the masses and influence the Senate's decisions. In this evolving landscape, rhetorical training became a prestigious pursuit. Young Roman citizens sought instruction in the art of oratory, understanding that eloquence could elevate one's social and political standing. This reverence for the spoken word was reflected in grand public speeches where the weight of history and cultural significance converged. The flourishing of oratory left an indelible mark on Rome, forever intertwining it with the legacy of Greek thought. Major works of Cicero reveal the depth of his intellectual contributions and the breadth of his influence on Roman culture. His writings encompass a wide array of genres, including philosophical treatises, speeches, and letters. Each piece serves not only as a reflection of his thoughts, but also as a lens through which the political and social landscape of the time can be examined. The treatise De Republica contemplates the nature of justice and the ideal state, showcasing Cicero's engagement with Platonic philosophy. In De Legibus, he further explores legal theory, providing insight into the relationship between law and morality. Cicero's speeches, particularly in Catilinum, are renowned for their rhetorical brilliance, effectively mobilizing public sentiment against conspiratorial threats. They illustrate his ability to wield language as a tool for political persuasion. Letters such as Epistulae ad Atticum offer an intimate glimpse into his personal life and the complexities of Roman politics, revealing both the man and the statesman. These writings contributed to the development of Latin as a literary language and helped shape the rhetorical practices that would influence generations to come. The impact of these works extends beyond their immediate context, resonating throughout the annals of history, echoing in the thoughts of scholars, philosophers, and politicians alike. The art of persuasion encapsulated within Cicero's rhetoric demonstrates a careful balance of ethos, pathos, and logos. Ethos establishes credibility, positioning the speaker as a trustworthy figure, a necessity in engaging an audience. This foundation allows for a genuine connection, as listeners are more inclined to embrace ideas presented by someone they respect. It is within this framework that Cicero built his authority, drawing upon his extensive legal and philosophical expertise. Pathos engages the emotions, invoking feelings that resonate deeply with individuals. Cicero masterfully employs vivid language and relatable anecdotes, stirring empathy and passion within his audience. The power of emotive appeal transforms mere arguments into compelling narratives, allowing the orator to sway opinions and inspire action. Logos, the logical aspect, presents structured reasoning and evidence. This technique strengthens arguments through facts, statistics, and logical deductions. Cicero skillfully weaves these elements together, creating a cohesive and persuasive discourse. The integration of these three pillars serves not only to convey messages, but also to influence the trajectory of public thought. Aronis, in the vast arena of Roman oratory, these principles were pivotal, shaping civic life and political landscapes. The enduring legacy of Cicero's methods continues to inform the practices of rhetoric, guiding modern discourse in the realms of governance and social dialogue. Cicero's philosophical contributions represent a vital intersection between oratory and thought. It is within this framework that he explored ethics, politics, and the nature of human existence. His writings frequently emphasized the importance of moral philosophy, arguing that eloquence serves not merely as a tool for persuasion, but as a means of cultivating virtue and wisdom. This understanding shaped the discourse surrounding civic responsibility, urging leaders to be both articulate and principled. The dialogues and treatises attributed to him reveal a profound engagement with Greek philosophical traditions. Through translations and adaptations, he made complex ideas accessible, bridging cultures and enriching Roman intellectual life. The concept of natural law emerged prominently in his works, positing that certain rights are inherent and universal. Such ideas would resonate throughout history, influencing legal and ethical frameworks even in modern contexts. Cicero's reflections on the ideal statesman underscore the connection between effective communication and righteous governance. The notion that a leader must embody both wisdom and eloquence reflects a vision of society where rhetoric serves a higher purpose. This perspective not only deepens the understanding of oratory, but also invites an exploration of its ethical implications, prompting future generations to consider the responsibilities that accompany the power of speech. Such insights continue to echo in contemporary discussions surrounding public discourse. The prosecution of Verus stands as a monumental example of Cicero's rhetorical prowess and strategic acumen within the court of law. This case, involving the corruption of a Roman governor, unfolds against a backdrop of political intrigue and moral outrage. Cicero's speeches, although Cicero's Gonsul, delivered with precision and fervor, highlight the abuses of power that Verus inflicted upon the Sicilian populace. Although the argument crafted by Cicero was meticulously designed to evoke sympathy and indignation, testimonies from Sicilian citizens served as poignant reminders of the suffering endured under Verus's administration. Cicero's ability to weave personal narratives into his oratory not only reinforced his arguments, but also humanized the victims, transforming abstract grievances into relatable experiences. The rhetoric employed in this trial became a template for future legal battles, emphasizing the importance of ethical governance and accountability. Legal proceedings transgressed mere technicalities, evolving into a profound exploration of justice. This case exemplifies the potential of rhetoric to challenge systemic corruption and demand change. Cicero's delivery was more than just an exercise in eloquence. It was a calculated effort to influence public opinion and secure a verdict that resonated with the principles of Roman virtue. The outcome of this trial left an indelible mark on Roman legal history, illustrating the power of oratory in shaping societal norms. Cicero's response to the Catilinarian conspiracy further demonstrated his mastery of rhetoric and his unwavering commitment to the Republic. This moment in Roman history unfolded against a backdrop of political discord and social unrest. A plot to overthrow the government threatened the very fabric of society, compelling Cicero to act decisively. With meticulous precision, he outlined the intentions of the conspirators before the Senate, employing his oratorical skills to sway public opinion and galvanize support for the Republic. The delivery of his speeches, particularly the four Philippics, painted a vivid picture of the dangers posed by Catiline and his followers. Each address served not only to inform but also to incite a sense of urgency among senators and citizens alike. This region, steeped in political intrigue, resonated with the echoes of Cicero's voice, compelling the Senate to respond. The eventual apprehension of conspirators marked a significant turning point. It solidified Cicero's position as a defender of the Republic, elevating him to a status revered by many. The repercussions of these events rippled through Roman society, laying bare the delicate balance of power and the role of oratory in governance. Cicero's actions during this crisis became a testament to the impact of persuasive communication in times of peril, echoing throughout history as a defining moment of civic duty. The Senate served as both a stage and an audience for Cicero's eloquence, a place where the weight of words could sway the fate of the Republic. It was within these hallowed halls that the interplay of rhetoric and power emerged, revealing the dynamics of governance during a tumultuous era. Cicero's speeches addressed not just the immediate concerns of the state, but also the philosophical underpinnings of authority and responsibility, echoing through the marble columns of political discourse. Embracing the role of the orator, he utilized the Senate chamber to articulate a vision of unity amidst chaos. Each oration was meticulously crafted, balancing emotional appeal with logical argumentation. This environment amplified his influence, allowing him to connect with both allies and adversaries. The resonance of his voice carried not only ideas but also the essence of Roman identity itself. The powerful imagery in his speeches invoked a sense of urgency, compelling senators to confront their civic duties. In doing so, it fostered an atmosphere of collective responsibility, pushing individuals toward action in defense of the Republic. The Senate became a crucible for debate, where the clarity of Cicero's rhetoric often illuminated paths through the darkness of uncertainty, reminding all present of their roles as stewards of the state, guardians of its future. Cicero's mastery of language transformed political discourse. It was through his distinctive style and meticulous diction that he crafted arguments resonating with power and persuasion. Each phrase was carefully chosen, embodying a blend of elegance and precision that captivated his audience. In this realm, rhetoric transcended mere words, evolving into an art form that demanded both intellect and emotional engagement. The rhythmic cadence of his oratory enhanced the impact of his message, creating an atmosphere where listeners were not just passive recipients but active participants in the unfolding dialogue. He often employed vivid imagery and analogies, painting scenes that evoked strong emotional responses. This ability to connect abstract concepts with tangible experiences allowed his audience to grasp complex ideas with clarity. Cicero's strategic use of rhetorical devices further solidified his influence. Techniques such as repetition, parallelism, and antithesis lent a musicality to his speeches, making them memorable. The balance of contrasting ideas served to emphasize critical points, reinforcing his arguments in the minds of his listeners. In moments of crisis, his language possessed the weight of gravity, urging collective action and responsibility. The precision of his words, coupled with the depth of his insights, ensured that his legacy endured beyond the confines of the Senate, echoing through the corridors of history as a testament to the power of eloquence. The effectiveness of Cicero's rhetoric lay not solely in his choice of vocabulary, but also in its delivery. The resonance of his voice commanded attention, a rich timbre that imbued his speeches with authority. Each syllable carried weight, drawing listeners into the gravity of his arguments. This region, characterized by the interplay of sound and silence, allowed for pauses that punctuated key points, fostering a deeper understanding among his audience. Gestures complemented his vocal expression, augmenting the emotional impact of his messages. The deliberate movements of his hands, the shifting of his posture, all crafted to emphasize the urgency or significance of his statements. These physical manifestations of conviction contributed to a shared experience, bridging the gap between speaker and listener. In the amphitheaters where he spoke, the synergy of voice and gesture transformed rhetoric into a compelling spectacle. It is essential to recognize that the delivery was a crucial element of persuasion. The combination of vocal modulation and bodily expressiveness enabled Cicero to navigate complex political landscapes, influencing public opinion with deftness. This dynamic interaction between sound and sight not only captivated his contemporaries, but also set a standard for future orators. The echoes of his influence resonate in the art of public speaking, underscoring the timeless importance of how words are conveyed. The concept of the ideal orator emerges clearly through Cicero's writings, where he delineates a figure embodying both eloquence and moral integrity. This vision transcends mere rhetoric, intertwining the mastery of language with the responsibilities that come with persuasive power. In this framework, the orator is not simply a speaker but a custodian of truth, ensuring that their words serve the greater good. Cicero emphasized the necessity of knowledge, suggesting that an effective communicator must possess a deep understanding of various subjects. This depth fosters credibility, enabling the orator to engage audiences with authenticity. Within this realm, ethical considerations hold significant weight. The ideal orator must navigate the delicate balance between persuasion and deception, with the emphasis placed firmly on the former. Articulation, clarity, and emotional resonance become pivotal in this pursuit as they shape the connection between speaker and listener. The orator's ability to invoke compelling imagery or evoke profound emotions can significantly influence public sentiment and attitudes. Skillful delivery transforms mere words into instruments of change, capable of rallying communities and guiding societies. Cicero's letters serve as a remarkable reflection of his rhetorical prowess, revealing the subtleties of his thought and the intricacies of his relationship. Each correspondence operates not only as a personal communication, but also as a strategic maneuver within the political landscape of his time. These epistles articulate his philosophy, share insights on governance, and convey urgent messages to allies and adversaries alike. In this region of human expression, the written word becomes a powerful vehicle for persuasion. Cicero adeptly employed the epistolary form to shape public opinion and influence decision-making, demonstrating the potential of letters to reach audiences far beyond their immediate recipients. They encapsulate the concerns of a republic in turmoil, reflecting the tensions between power and ethics, loyalty and ambition. Through careful selection of language, Cicero crafted arguments that resonated deeply with his correspondents, appealing to their emotions and intellect. The intimacy of letter writing allowed for a nuanced exploration of ideas, fostering a dialogue that was at once personal and political. This correspondence stands as a testament to the enduring nature of rhetoric, illustrating its vital role in civic life. In the quiet exchanges of ink and parchment, the echoes of Cicero's influence reverberate through time, continuing to shape the discourse of future generations. Regal principles established by Cicero permeated the very fabric of Roman law, serving as a foundation upon which governance was built. His writings articulated concepts of justice, equity, and the role of reason in the law, which influenced not only contemporaries but also the architects of legal systems in subsequent centuries. The legal frameworks derived from his philosophy emphasized the necessity of moral integrity in public service, guiding magistrates and senators alike. This intellectual legacy found its way into the developing structure of the Roman Republic, where notions of citizenship and civic duty gained prominence. The emphasis on oratory and rhetoric in political discourse encouraged a culture where legal argumentation became a critical skill among the elite. Cicero's works provided a model for effective persuasion, shaping the training of future leaders in the art of governance. The resonance of Cicero's thought extended beyond Rome's borders, as his ideals influenced the works of later thinkers during the Renaissance and the Enlightenment. Jurists and philosophers drew upon his insights to advocate for the rule of law and individual rights. In this manner, the principles articulated by Cicero not only informed Roman legal practices, but also inspired movements advocating for justice and democracy across the globe, leaving a profound impact on the evolution of governance itself. Cicero's engagement with Stoicism and academic skepticism shaped his philosophical contributions significantly. Within this intellectual landscape, Stoicism provided a foundation emphasizing virtue, reason, and self-control. This school of thought taught that true happiness is achieved through aligning one's life with nature and reason, concepts Cicero embraced in his writings. His interpretations of Stoic philosophy extended beyond personal ethics, influencing public life and governance by urging leaders to act in accordance with moral principles. Contrasting with Stoicism, academic skepticism introduced a critical lens on knowledge and certainty. This school raised questions about the limits of human understanding, suggesting that absolute certainty is often unattainable. Cicero, navigating these philosophical waters, synthesized ideas from both schools, advocating for a balanced approach to knowledge and ethics. He acknowledged the importance of reason while also recognizing the uncertainties intrinsic to human perception. In his dialogues, Cicero explored the tensions between these two philosophical realms, reflecting the complexities of human nature and the governance structures that arise from it. This synthesis not only enriched Roman intellectual life, but also laid groundwork for future philosophical discourse. The legacies of these schools, as interpreted by Cicero, continue to invite contemplation on the interplay between ethics, knowledge, and the human experience, resonating through subsequent generations. Cicero's exploration of natural law presents a framework deeply rooted in the belief that certain rights and moral principles are inherent to human nature. This concept suggests that these laws transcend man-made legislation existing independently in the cosmos. The notion of a universal moral order informed Cicero's arguments, positing that reason and virtue are central to understanding justice. In this context, natural law becomes a guiding force, shaping the ethical considerations of governance and society. It serves as a bridge between philosophical thought and practical application, influencing legal systems and moral philosophy throughout history. The echoes of this principle resonate within the corridors of power, where leaders grapple with the implications of justice and equity. Cicero articulated that adherence to natural law is essential for the well-being of both individuals and the state. This belief emphasizes the responsibility of citizens to uphold moral values, fostering a sense of unity and common purpose. The interplay between individual rights and collective obligations is central to his discourse, illustrating the complexities inherent in human relations. As these principles permeated Roman society, they laid the groundwork for future philosophical and legal developments. Natural law, as envisioned by Cicero, remains a pivotal element in the ongoing discourse surrounding ethics, governance, and the essence of justice in contemporary thought. Cicero's contributions extend beyond philosophical musings. They illustrate a critical juncture in Roman history. The transition from republic to empire marked a profound shift in governance and societal structure. Amidst political upheaval, Cicero emerged as a defender of traditional republican ideals, advocating for the preservation of the Senate's authority. His oratory skill was not merely a tool for persuasion. It served as a beacon for those yearning to uphold the Republic's principles during tumultuous times. In this era of shifting power dynamics, it became increasingly evident that the balance of political forces was precarious. Cicero's speeches frequently highlighted the virtues of civic duty and moral integrity. These themes resonated deeply with a populace grappling with the encroachments of autocratic rule. His writings, especially during periods of civil strife, offered insight into the necessity of compromise and the perils of factionalism. The decline of the Republic and the rise of autocracy rendered Cicero's vision increasingly endangered. His eventual assassination epitomized the tragic fate of a voice advocating for a diminishing ideal. Even in death, his legacy endured, influencing subsequent generations, grappling with the implications of governance, power, and justice. The tension between individual agency and state authority remains a topic of relevance, echoing the complexities Cicero faced amidst societal transformation. Cicero's exile marked a profound shift in his rhetorical style, forced to navigate a landscape devoid of the protection his political position once afforded. This solitude fostered a retreat into introspection, shaping his oratory into a more personal and poignant form. The absence of the Senate's embrace shifted his focus from the grandiloquent public address to a more intimate dialogue with his audience, revealing vulnerabilities that had previously remained hidden. While in exile, isolation provided fertile ground for reflection on justice, governance, and the role of the orator in society. This period cultivated a deeper understanding of the human condition, which resonated through his later speeches. The rhetorical devices employed became imbued with a sense of urgency and sincerity, reflecting a man grappling with loss yet striving to reclaim his voice. Appeals to emotion became more pronounced, transforming mere persuasion into an exploration of shared values and collective identity. The evolution of Cicero's style during this time emphasized clarity and accessibility, engaging listeners on a more personal level. The resonating themes of resilience and moral fortitude emerged as cornerstones of his later works, illustrating a man who, despite his exile, sought to influence the very heart of Roman society. Thus, the experience of exile indelibly shaped both his rhetoric and his legacy. The intricate connections between friendship and Cicero's political endeavors reveal a profound layer of his oratory. Bonds forged in the tumultuous atmosphere of the late Roman Republic provided a foundation for his political strategies. These relationships were not merely personal, they were instrumental in navigating the treacherous waters of power struggles. Alliances with influential figures allowed for the dissemination of his ideas, amplifying their resonance throughout the Senate and beyond. Trust and loyalty played pivotal roles in Cicero's approach. He often relied on trusted friends for counsel and support, recognizing that political landscapes could shift rapidly. This reliance fostered a sense of camaraderie, underpinning his speeches with shared values and collective aspirations. The emotional weight of these friendships permeated his rhetoric, imbuing it with authenticity and urgency. Contrastingly, betrayal marked the darker corners of his political life. The once firm bonds could unravel under pressure, prompting Cicero to respond with eloquence that reflected both his disappointment and strategic recalibration. The duality of friendship, its capacity to uplift and to betray, shaped his oratory, allowing him to articulate complex human emotions while addressing the political climate. Through these relationships, Cicero crafted not just his public persona, but also his legacy, leaving an indelible mark in the annals of rhetoric and political thought. Rhetorical techniques formed the backbone of Cicero's oratory, allowing him to navigate the intricate landscape of Roman politics. The use of ethos established his credibility, fostering trust with his audience. This strategy enabled him to present arguments that resonated deeply with the values and beliefs of his contemporaries. Pathos, the appeal to emotion, was another cornerstone. By invoking shared sentiments, he could sway public opinion, transforming abstract concepts into relatable narratives that stirred the hearts of his listeners. Logos, or logical reasoning, was meticulously woven into his speeches. Through structured arguments and well-crafted syllogisms, he meticulously dismantled counter-arguments, reinforcing his position with clarity and precision. Each rhetorical question served not merely as a device, but as a tool to engage and provoke thought, prompting the audience to reconsider their views. Cicero's mastery of anaphora, the repetition of phrases for emphasis, created a rhythmic cadence that lingered in the minds of those who heard him. This technique intensified the emotional weight of his assertions, embedding them within the public consciousness. His adept use of metaphors and analogies bridged the gap between complex legal ideas and everyday understanding, making them accessible to the average citizen. Through these methods, Cicero forged a powerful connection with his audience, ensuring that his voice echoed through history. Anecdotes served as a vital tool in Cicero's rhetorical arsenal, enabling a personal touch that fortified the emotional resonance of his arguments. By weaving in stories from history, mythology, or his own experiences. He created a bridge between his ideas and the lived realities of his listeners. These narratives transformed abstract concepts into relatable anecdotes, fostering a deeper engagement with his audience. In the heart of the Roman Forum, Cicero's anecdotes often illuminated moral lessons or underscored the importance of justice and virtue. They were not mere embellishments but strategic elements that shaped the narrative of his speeches. By invoking the figures of the past, he invited his audience to reflect on their own values and decisions. The connection established through these stories rendered the political climate of his time more palpable, allowing people to consider their roles within the larger framework of society. The potency of this technique lay in its universality. Cicero understood that the human experience transcends time, and through carefully selected anecdotes, he captured the essence of shared struggles and triumphs. This approach not only entertained but also educated, creating a lasting imprint on Roman consciousness. As a result, the echoes of his voice persisted, reminding generations of the power of storytelling in the realm of persuasion and discourse. The function of humor in Cicero's oratory served as both a tool for connection and a means of critique. It allowed him to break through the rigidity of political discourse, creating a bridge between speaker and audience. This regional setting, characterized by the tension of the Senate, often welcomed his witty remarks, offering brief relief from the weighty matters at hand. In moments of levity, audiences found themselves more receptive, their defenses lowered, allowing for deeper engagement with his arguments. The strategic use of humor often highlighted the absurdities of his opponents, casting them in a light that rendered their positions less formidable. This approach enabled Cicero to dissect complex legal and political issues with a deftness that belied their seriousness. The laughter elicited was not merely entertainment, it served to reinforce his points, making them more memorable within the minds of those who listened. Cicero's mastery of comedic timing and rhetorical flair transformed the mundane into the remarkable. Each quip and jest was designed to resonate in the hearts and minds of his audience. In this manner, humor became a dual instrument, both unifying and subversive. The shadows of Rome, filled with political intrigue, became a canvas for the interplay of wit and wisdom, reminding all of the delicate balance within discourse. Cicero's influence extends far beyond his own time, shaping the rhetoric of subsequent generations. This legacy is evident in the works of later Roman orators, who drew upon his principles to refine their own styles. The clarity and elegance that characterized Cicero's speeches became benchmarks for those seeking to master the art of persuasion. In this region of rhetoric, one can observe how orators adopted Cicero's techniques, emphasizing logical structure and emotional appeal. They meticulously crafted their arguments, striving to achieve the same resonance that Cicero had so masterfully employed. The fusion of moral purpose and eloquence in their works reflects a deep respect for his contributions, showcasing an understanding of the power inherent in words. These later figures often echoed Cicero's themes, engaging with the complexities of justice, governance, and civic duty. The ideals he espoused served as guiding principles, informing their dialogues and debates. The admiration for his artistry is palpable, as the orators sought to evoke similar responses from their audiences. The echoes of Cicero's voice persist, reverberating through the annals of history. His legacy, etched in the fabric of Roman rhetoric, established a foundation that would influence not only orators in Rome, but also those beyond its borders, enduring through the ages. The influence of Cicero extended into the medieval period, shaping the development of rhetoric as scholars turned to his works for guidance. This era witnessed a resurgence in the study of classical texts, with Cicero's writings at the forefront. Educators and thinkers recognized the precision and elegance of his style, integrating his principles into their own teachings. Medieval scholars, particularly those in monastic communities, adopted Cicero's techniques to articulate theological and philosophical ideas. It provided a framework for argumentation that was essential in debates over doctrine and morality. The clarity of his prose served as a model for effective communication, emphasizing the importance of eloquence in the dissemination of knowledge. In this context, rhetorical education became increasingly formalized. Institutions emerged that prioritized Cicero's methodologies, fostering a generation of speakers who could convey complex ideas with clarity and persuasion. The arrangement of arguments, the use of rhetorical devices, and the emphasis on audience engagement all found roots in his teachings. As the Renaissance approached, Cicero's influence remained palpable, bridging the gap between antiquity and the burgeoning humanist movement. His emphasis on reason and civic duty resonated with emerging thinkers, cementing his role as a pivotal figure in the evolution of rhetoric. This enduring legacy reflects the seamless continuity of intellectual tradition across centuries. Virtuoso works emerged from obscurity during the Renaissance, igniting a scholarly interest that reshaped the intellectual landscape. Humanists, captivated by the eloquence and philosophical depth of his writings, sought to revive the principles of rhetoric and governance articulated in ancient texts. This revival of classical thought fueled an unprecedented exploration of human potential and civic responsibility, resonating through the corridors of academia. The rediscovery of Cicero was facilitated by the meticulous efforts of scribes and scholars who unearthed manuscripts from forgotten libraries. These efforts revealed not only speeches and letters, but also insights into ethics and the complexities of human nature. The clarity of expression found in his works became a guiding light for thinkers who sought to reconcile ancient wisdom with the challenges of their contemporary world. In Italy, figures such as Petrarch and Erasmus championed Cicero's ideals, advocating for the application of reason and moral judgment in public life. The impact of his rhetoric extended beyond literature, influencing political thought and the formation of republican ideals. The echoes of his voice resonated in the treatises of statesmen and philosophers, shaping discourse on justice, virtue, and the role of the individual within society. This intellectual revival laid the groundwork for the Enlightenment, forging connections that spanned generations, linking Cicero's ancient insights to the philosophical inquiries of modernity. Influence permeates the corridors of political thought, where Cicero's principles continue to resonate. His emphasis on natural law and the importance of civic duty shaped the frameworks of governance that endure today. These ideals advocate for a system of justice grounded in universal truths, transcending the boundaries of time and place. The concept of the Republic, articulated through his writings, serves as a foundation for contemporary democratic systems. This foundation emphasizes the participation of citizens in the political process, fostering a sense of responsibility and shared purpose. Legal scholars and political theorists reflect on these principles, recognizing them as vital to understanding the balance between authority and individual rights. Ale dowody nie has poczucie to us thoughts on rhetoric and persuasion remain pivotal in political communication. His techniques for argumentation inform the strategies employed by leaders and orators, resonating through the ages. The clarity and structure of his arguments provide a model for effective discourse, influencing the way ideas are presented in legislative bodies and public forums. In academic circles, Cicero's legacy thrives through continuous exploration of ethical governance and civic virtue. Political philosophers draw upon his texts to evaluate contemporary issues, underscoring the enduring relevance of his insights. This dialogue bridges ancient wisdom and modern challenges, reflecting the ongoing impact of his voice in shaping political landscapes. In moments of crisis, oratory serves as a potent tool for persuasion and leadership. Cicero, stationed at the heart of the Roman Republic, wielded his voice with precision during tumultuous periods. His speeches stood as pillars of reason, attempting to restore order amidst chaos. Delivered with clarity and conviction, these addresses reinforced civic duty and moral integrity, urging citizens to reflect on their responsibilities. The societal fractures of the era called for a firm yet measured response. Cicero adeptly navigated the political landscape, addressing threats from both internal dissent and external aggression. His rhetoric offered solace, presenting a vision of unity and strength. In these addresses, he invoked the ideals of the Republic, rallying support for essential reforms and initiatives. The impact of Cicero's eloquence extended beyond immediate circumstances. His words resonated throughout the Senate, igniting debates and fostering an environment where discourse could flourish. The power of his oratory emerged not just in the moment, but lingered long after, influencing generations of leaders who sought to emulate his commitment to justice and public service. In this turbulent period, Cicero's role exemplified the profound influence of language in governance. The resonance of his voice shaped the very fabric of Roman identity, underscoring the vital relationship between rhetoric and the health of the state. Cicero's philosophical dialogues reveal a sophisticated interplay of rhetorical strategies designed to engage both intellect and emotion. These dialogues, characterized by a blend of Socratic questioning and expository argumentation, serve as a platform for exploring moral and ethical dilemmas within Roman society. Through the use of ethos, Cicero establishes his credibility, aligning his philosophical positions with the values and traditions of the Republic. Logos plays a critical role in these discussions, as logical reasoning is employed to dissect complex ideas surrounding justice, duty, and the nature of the divine. This structured approach invites the audience to contemplate deeply the underlying principles that govern human existence. The clarity of his arguments often contrasts with the chaos of contemporary politics, providing a rare glimpse of rational thought amid turmoil. Pathos is also skillfully woven into Cicero's narratives, evoking empathy and a sense of shared humanity. Personal anecdotes and historical examples resonate with listeners, fostering a connection that transcends time. The emotional weight of his rhetoric serves to reinforce the urgency of his philosophical inquiries. Cicero's dialogues often draw upon a rich reservoir of historical references, weaving them into the fabric of his arguments. This technique serves not merely as embellishment, but as a means of grounding his ideas in the tangible realities of Rome's past. By invoking figures such as Scipio or the legendary founding of the Republic, he connects contemporary issues to a broader historical narrative, providing context and weight to his claims. These references anchor his audience in a shared cultural heritage, reminding them of the values and virtues that once guided their ancestors. It creates a sense of continuity, suggesting that the lessons of history remain relevant even as the political landscape shifts. The strategic deployment of such allusions also allows him to critique current leaders and societal trends, contrasting them against the ideals of the past. In this manner, the orator elevates his discourse, transforming it from mere persuasion to a call for reflection on moral and ethical standards. Each reference functions as a touchstone, inviting listeners to consider not only their own beliefs, but also the enduring legacy of Rome itself. Cicero's adeptness at integrating these historical echoes underlines the timeless nature of his inquiries, ensuring that the past remains a living part of the present. Cicero's exploration of ethics and morality in politics reveals a foundation deeply rooted in philosophical thought. His belief that the ideal statesman must embody virtue resonates through his writings, presenting a vision where morality transcends mere political expediency. The conviction that true leadership is anchored in ethical principles suggests a framework for governance that seeks the common good rather than personal gain. This perspective allows for a discourse where principles serve as guiding stars amid the tumult of power struggles. Equipped with insights from Stoicism and Platonic ideals, Cicero articulates the necessity of aligning one's actions with moral obligations. Such alignment fosters a sense of accountability, creating a political environment where leaders are subject to the same ethical standards as their constituents. In this context, the role of the orator becomes crucial, as it is through rhetoric that ideas of justice and virtue are communicated and reinforced. The implications of these views extend beyond the immediate political landscape, influencing generations of thinkers who grapple with the intersection of morality and governance. The enduring relevance of Cicero's insights underscores the importance of ethical discourse in shaping not only political systems, but also the character of society itself. This foundation cultivates an enduring conversation about the responsibilities of leadership and the essence of a just society. Though exploration of Cicero's writings reveals subtle insights into the role of women in Roman society, although often overshadowed by their male counterparts, these figures emerge in various nuances throughout his discourse. Reflections on virtue and moral fortitude often intersect with references to women, highlighting their influence on public life and personal ethics. These mentions do not merely serve as decorative elements, they underscore the complexities of gender dynamics in this era. His correspondence reveals an acknowledgement of women's capabilities, suggesting that their contributions were integral to the fabric of Roman culture. In particular, discussions surrounding motherhood and familial duty illustrate the expectations placed upon women, while also hinting at the potential for agency within those confines. Cicero's portrayal encompasses a spectrum of characterizations, from the matronly to the virtuous maiden, each representing a facet of societal ideals. This recognition extends to the notion that women, though often relegated to the domestic sphere, possessed the potential to shape moral and ethical landscapes. In examining these texts, it becomes apparent that Cicero's perspectives on women reflect broader societal values and the intricate relationships formed within the confines of Roman life. Through this lens, the dynamic interplay between gender and power emerges, offering a deeper understanding of the societal constructs that influenced Cicero's world. The evolution of thought in Cicero's life reflects the shifting tides of Roman society. Early influences shaped his perspective on rhetoric and philosophy, leading him to embrace the teachings of Greek philosophers. This education laid the foundation for his later works, where he articulated concepts of justice, duty, and the importance of moral integrity in governance. As his career progressed, the complexities of the political landscape began to resonate within his writings. The tumultuous events of the late Roman Republic, including civil wars and political strife, drove him to contemplate the role of the individual within the state. These reflections reveal a growing concern for the stability of Rome, illustrating the tension between personal ambition and civic responsibility. Cicero's later works, particularly during his exile, demonstrate an acute awareness of the fragility of power and the necessity of ethical leadership. In these texts, he sought to reconcile his ideals with the realities of political life, advocating for a return to traditional values amidst upheaval. The gradual transformation in his thought encapsulates a journey from youthful idealism to a more nuanced understanding of the complexities of human nature and governance. In this context, Cicero's legacy persists as a poignant reminder of the perennial struggle between moral conviction and the demands of political life. Cicero's interactions with Julius Caesar illuminate the complex political dynamics of the late Roman Republic. Their relationship evolved against a backdrop of shifting alliances and growing tensions. Initially, Cicero recognized Caesar's ascent as a formidable force, often oscillating between admiration and skepticism. This ambivalence reflected a broader concern regarding the concentration of power within a single individual. In public discourse, Cicero articulated the dangers of unchecked ambition, positioning himself as a defender of the Republic's traditional values. His oratory resonated in the Senate, where he warned against the implications of Caesar's increasing influence. This region of politics became an arena for philosophical debate, where rhetoric served as both a weapon and a shield. Cicero's speeches underscored the importance of civic duty, urging his peers to uphold the principles that defined their governance. Despite these public stances, personal interactions between the two figures revealed a more nuanced reality. There were moments of tentative cooperation, as both recognized the necessity of political alliances in an unstable environment. These encounters were marked by a careful navigation of mutual interests, yet they could not mask the underlying tensions that characterized their relationship. The complexities of their alliance encapsulated the broader societal struggle, with each figure embodying contrasting visions for Rome's future. The role of propaganda in Cicero's oratory emerges as a critical element in shaping public opinion during a time of political tumult. It served not merely as a tool for persuasion, but also as a mechanism to craft a narrative that aligned with his ideals. His speeches, meticulously constructed, wielded language with precision, aiming to resonate deeply with the values and fears of the Roman populace. This approach allowed him to position himself as a protector of the Republic, framing his opponents in stark, unfavorable contrasts. Cicero's use of rhetoric went beyond mere embellishment. It was a calculated strategy to evoke emotional responses. By invoking shared heritage and moral imperatives, he tapped into the collective consciousness of his audience. Each phrase was designed to galvanize support, presenting his vision as not only desirable but essential for the survival of Rome. The careful selection of anecdotes and historical references anchored his arguments in a sense of continuity and legitimacy. In this context, speeches became an arena for ideological warfare. The subtleties of Cicero's delivery, along with the power of his words, transformed the oratory landscape. Each public address solidified his influence, ensuring his voice reverberated through the corridors of power and beyond. Shaping the course of Roman history, through these efforts, propaganda became an instrument of both personal ambition and societal transformation. Metaphors emerged as a vital component of Cicero's rhetorical arsenal. They served not merely as decorative language, but as a means to elucidate complex ideas. This approach allowed Cicero to navigate the intricate political landscape of Rome with clarity and precision. By employing vivid imagery, he successfully bridged the gap between abstract principles and the everyday experiences of his audience. A striking example can be found in his depiction of the Republic as a fragile vessel, one that required the vigilance of its citizens to remain seaworthy. This metaphor encapsulated the urgency of civic duty while invoking a shared sense of responsibility among the populace. Such images resonated deeply in a society grappling with the tumultuous nature of power and governance. Cicero's ability to manipulate language extended beyond mere description. It provided a framework through which listeners could visualize moral dilemmas and engage with ethical considerations. In the realm of public discourse, these metaphors transformed rhetoric into a tool for reflection and persuasion. Through imagery of light and darkness, he articulated the struggle between virtue and corruption, inviting his audience to ponder the moral implications of their choices. This interplay of language and thought cemented Cicero's legacy as a master orator whose words echoed through the annals of history, transcending time and space. The influence of Cicero extends far beyond his lifetime, shaping the foundations of legal thought and practice in numerous cultures. His philosophical insights and rhetorical techniques provided a framework for the development of legal principles that prioritize justice and moral reasoning. This region of influence can be traced to the codification of Roman law, where his writings informed the establishment of legal norms that emphasized the importance of equity and the common good. Legal scholars and practitioners in the Roman Empire adopted Cicero's principles, integrating them into various legal systems across Europe. His concept of natural law, which posits that certain rights are inherent and universal, became a cornerstone of Western legal philosophy. This idea permeated through the Middle Ages and into the Renaissance, where it found renewed expression in the works of thinkers like Hugo Grotius and John Locke. The ripple effect of Cicero's rhetorical prowess is evident in the legal practices of modern democracies. Legal education often references his techniques in persuasion and argumentation, underscoring the enduring relevance of his thought. In contemporary courtrooms, Cicero's influence is palpable, as advocates strive to emulate his clarity and persuasive power. The framework he established continues to guide legal discourse, solidifying his role as a pivotal figure in the evolution of legal systems worldwide. The concept of the Republic emerged as a cornerstone of Cicero's thought, intertwining governance with moral philosophy. This notion found expression in his writings, where he articulated the principles of justice, virtue, and the common good. These ideals resonated deeply within the fabric of Roman society, emphasizing the importance of civic duty and the participation of citizens in political life. Cicero's vision underscored the relationship between the state and its people, promoting a government that exists for the benefit of all. In his dialogues, Cicero examined the nature of sovereignty, arguing that true power resides not in the hands of a single ruler, but within the collective will of the populace. This perspective positioned the Republic as a dynamic entity, capable of growth and adaptation, reflecting the values and aspirations of its citizens. His philosophical inquiries extended beyond mere governance, delving into ethics and the role of moral character in leadership. The folds of his thoughts reverberate through history, influencing subsequent political theories and the development of republican ideals. Cicero's belief in the necessity of moral integrity in public affairs positioned him as a forebear of modern democratic thought. The Republic, as envisioned by Cicero, remains a foundational element in discussions of justice and governance, shaping the discourse of political philosophy for centuries. Cicero's speeches exemplify a meticulous rhetorical structure designed to persuade and engage audiences effectively. Each oration is often crafted with an introduction that establishes the speaker's credibility, followed by a narrative that presents the facts of the case. This foundation sets the stage for a detailed examination of the arguments that follow. Logical reasoning is interwoven with emotional appeals, creating a balance that resonates deeply with listeners. The use of ethos, pathos, and logos throughout these orations demonstrates Cicero's mastery of rhetoric. Ethos enhances the speaker's authority, while pathos evokes empathy, drawing the audience into the emotional landscape of the argument. The logical progression of ideas, marked by clear transitions and structured reasoning, guides the audience through complex issues. Cicero's skillful application of rhetorical devices further enriches his speeches. Antithesis and parallelism create rhythm and emphasis, reinforcing key points and enhancing memorability. Questions posed to the audience provoke thought and engagement, allowing for a dialogue that transcends mere presentation. In examining the rhetorical structure, one finds a reflection of Cicero's philosophical beliefs. His commitment to justice, virtue, and the common good emerges not only in the content of his speeches, but also in the very way they are constructed, ensuring their enduring relevance in political discourse. The influence of Cicero extends far beyond the confines of ancient Rome, shaping the foundations of modern communications. His principles of rhetoric, emphasizing clarity, coherence, and persuasive argumentation, resonate within contemporary discourse. This region of thought offers a profound understanding of effective communication strategies, underscoring the importance of audience engagement. But Cicero's techniques serve as a guide for public speaking and written expression, influencing countless leaders and thinkers throughout history. The structure of arguments, often built upon premises supported by evidence, mirrors the logical frameworks prevalent in today's debates. This methodology not only fosters critical thinking, but also enhances the articulation of complex ideas. In educational settings, his writings continue to be a cornerstone, teaching students the art of persuasion. The way he balances emotional appeal with rational discourse remains relevant, illuminating pathways for effective advocacy. This legacy is evident in legislative assemblies and courtrooms, where eloquence and reasoned argumentation are paramount. The echoes of his oratory can be traced through the ages, resonating within the speeches of modern politicians and activists. Each utterance carries a fragment of his philosophical ethos, reinforcing the values of justice and civic responsibility. Through this enduring influence, Cicero's contributions to communication continue to shape the fabric of political and social dialogue, guiding contemporary discussions with wisdom drawn from the past. Cicero's interactions with his contemporaries reveal a complex landscape of intellectual exchange and political maneuvering. Engaging with figures such as Julius Caesar and Pompey, it becomes evident that his oratory was not merely a tool for persuasion, but also a means of navigating the treacherous waters of Roman politics. These relationships, rife with tension and collaboration, illustrate the dynamics of power and influence during a pivotal era. Cicero often found himself in the role of mediator, leveraging his rhetorical skills to bridge divides between factions. The political climate demanded a delicate balance. Alliances were fluid, and oratory served as both weapon and shield. In this environment, Cicero's speeches were crafted not only to sway public opinion, but also to fortify his standing among peers. The subtleties of his arguments and the eloquence with which they were delivered reflected his acute awareness of the shifting allegiances around him. Conversations with contemporaries fostered a rich exchange of ideas, challenging and refining his own thoughts on governance, ethics, and civic duty. The influence of philosophers such as Socrates and Plato permeated his work, demonstrating the interplay between ancient wisdom and contemporary issues. This intellectual synergy contributed to a legacy that transcended his lifetime, embedding Cicero's principles into the very foundation of Western thought and discourse. The strategic use of parallelism in Cicero's oratory serves as a hallmark of his rhetorical style, enhancing both clarity and persuasion. This technique involves the repetition of similar grammatical structures to create rhythm and emphasis within his speeches. Such an approach not only aids in the retention of ideas but also captivates the audience's attention, allowing for a deeper engagement with the content. Cicero often employed this method to delineate contrasting points, providing a framework that underscores the weight of his arguments. This region of rhetoric allows for the juxtaposition of ideas, creating a dynamic interplay that bolsters the persuasive effect by crafting sentences that mirror one another. Cicero instills a sense of balance and coherence, facilitating the audience's understanding of complex issues. In moments of heightened emotion or urgency, the effectiveness of parallelism becomes even more pronounced. The repetition of phrases can evoke a sense of urgency, prompting the audience to reflect on the gravity of the subject matter being addressed. This structural choice is not merely aesthetic. It serves a crucial role in reinforcing Cicero's overarching themes, echoing the ideals of justice, duty, and civic responsibility. The lasting impact of this rhetorical technique can be observed in subsequent generations of speakers and writers, solidifying its place in the annals of oratory tradition. Cicero's influence extends beyond the confines of ancient Rome, permeating the very foundation of Western thought. His writings on philosophy, law, and politics established a framework that continues to resonate through centuries of intellectual discourse. The exploration of natural law, for instance, foregrounds ethical principles that guide governance and individual conduct, informing later theorists and lawmakers. The integration of Greek philosophical ideas with Roman practicality is evident in Cicero's works. This synthesis fostered a unique approach to rhetoric and civic engagement, encouraging future leaders to cultivate eloquence alongside moral integrity. His emphasis on the importance of the state and public service has resonated through various political movements, shaping concepts of democracy and citizenship in diverse contexts. In the realm of education, Cicero's texts became foundational, influencing curricula throughout the Renaissance and into modern times. They served as a touchstone for humanists who sought to revive classical knowledge, emphasizing the role of critical thinking and eloquence in shaping effective leaders. The reverberations of his thought can be traced through the writings of philosophers and statesmen who sought to emulate his clarity of expression and moral conviction. In this way, Cicero remains a pivotal figure in the ongoing dialogue about the role of rhetoric in ethical governance and civic life. The challenges of translating Cicero's works reflect not only linguistic barriers but also cultural nuances that shape meaning. Each phrase carries the weight of historical context, bearing the imprint of a society that valued eloquence and persuasion. Translators confront the task of conveying not merely words, but the essence of Roman thought and ethical discourse embedded in Cicero's prose. This endeavor requires a profound understanding of the subtleties of Latin, where a single word may encapsulate layers of significance. The intricacies of Cicero's rhetorical devices, such as alliteration and parallel structure, often elude direct translation. This region of translation demands creativity. Choices must be made between fidelity to the original text and the accessibility of the translated version. These works reflect a time when oratory was a powerful tool in public life, and the echoes of Cicero's arguments resonate through the ages. The subtleties of his moral philosophy, often obscured by linguistic shifts, invite scrutiny and interpretation. Each translator becomes a mediator, bridging ancient discourse with contemporary understanding. As modern readers engage with these texts, the richness of Cicero's language serves as both a challenge and an invitation. The complexities of translation reveal the delicate interplay between language and meaning, capturing the enduring relevance of these ancient thoughts in a modern context. Cicero's contributions to public speaking established foundational principles that resonate through the ages. His mastery of rhetoric transformed the art of discourse, making it not merely a tool for persuasion, but a means of engaging the public mind. This evolution involved meticulous attention to structure and style, emphasizing clarity and emotional resonance. Techniques such as ethos, pathos, and logos became integral to his approach, allowing speakers to connect with audiences on multiple levels. In this context, Cicero's orations served as both political instruments and reflections of the societal values of his time. Each speech, crafted with precision, aimed to sway opinion and galvanize action. The environments in which these addresses took place, from the bustling forum to the hallowed halls of the Senate, provided a backdrop that amplified his message. The acoustics of these spaces, along with the visual engagement of his presence, contributed to the effectiveness of his delivery. The legacy of Cicero's rhetoric extends beyond mere historical significance. It laid the groundwork for subsequent generations of speakers and thinkers, influencing the development of public discourse in various cultures. These principles continue to inform contemporary practices, illustrating the timeless nature of his insights into communication and the enduring power of the spoken word. Each echo of his voice through time reinforces the importance of rhetoric in shaping human thought and society. Cicero's contributions extend beyond mere eloquence. They fundamentally altered the landscape of Roman identity. This figure not only wielded words but also crafted the ideals of citizenship and duty that became central to Roman culture. His philosophical writings and speeches emphasized the values of justice, moral integrity, and the significance of the state. Through his discourse, Cicero introduced the concept of the ideal citizen, someone whose loyalty to Rome transcended personal ambition. In this environment, rhetoric served as a tool for unity. Cicero's ability to articulate the struggles and aspirations of the Republic allowed many to find common ground amid political turmoil. His insistence on the rule of law and the importance of civic responsibility resonated deeply, ensuring that these principles became ingrained in the collective consciousness of the Roman people. This alignment of personal virtue with public duty created a new social contract, one that defined loyalty not merely to an individual or faction, but to the very essence of Rome itself. The consequences of his influence are evident in the subsequent generations that embraced his teachings, even as the Republic faced decline. The values Cicero championed continued to echo through the corridors of power, shaping the discourse of leaders and thinkers long after his own time. These ideals have endured, embedding themselves into the fabric of Western political thought. The circumstances surrounding Cicero's death marked a pivotal moment in Roman politics. His assassination in the year 43 before the Common Era symbolized the culmination of a relentless power struggle. It reverberated through the political landscape, altering alliances and shifting loyalties among the elite. This act of violence against a prominent voice of the Republic signaled a profound transformation in governance as autocratic tendencies began to overshadow the ideals of democracy and civic duty. The immediate aftermath witnessed a surge of factionalism, with his supporters rallying to honor his legacy, while his detractors sought to consolidate power. The political vacuum left by his absence created an environment rife with instability. As figures such as Mark Antony and Octavian maneuvered for control, the Senate, once a bastion of republicanism, found itself increasingly marginalized. In this tumultuous atmosphere, Cicero's writings gained renewed significance. They were not merely historical records, but became rallying cries for those who yearned for a return to the principles he espoused. The republic that had nurtured Cicero's voice was fading, yet his ideas continued to resonate, influencing generations and serving as a reminder of the fragility of political ideals. The echoes of his philosophy persisted, haunting the corridors of power long after his physical presence had vanished. The Age of Enlightenment witnessed a revival of classical thought, with Cicero's rhetorical principles emerging as a cornerstone for philosophical exploration. This period, characterized by an emphasis on reason and individualism, found fertile ground in his writings. Scholars sought to understand the intricacies of eloquence and persuasion that defined his oratory. Texts were meticulously studied, dissecting the nuances of his arguments, the structure of his speeches, and the moral underpinnings that guided his rhetoric. This examination fostered a renewed appreciation for the power of language, as thinkers endeavored to articulate their ideas with clarity and conviction. Cicero's influence extended beyond the confines of rhetoric, permeating the realms of law and politics. The ideals of justice, civic duty, and ethical governance echoed through the discourse of Enlightenment philosophers. The eloquence of his arguments served as a model for those striving to address the complexities of human society and government. In the bustling salons of Europe, debates flourished, inspired by the principles Cicero championed. The art of persuasion became not merely a skill, but a vital tool for instigating change in a world on the brink of transformation. His legacy, while rooted in ancient Rome, became a guiding force for those navigating the tumultuous waters of emerging modernity, illuminating paths toward progress and enlightenment. The reception of Cicero's works in the 19th century marked a significant revival of interest in classical thought. Scholars and intellectuals delved into his writings, uncovering the intricate layers of rhetoric and philosophy that resonated with contemporary challenges. This period saw Cicero's influence expand beyond the confines of academia, as his ideas began to permeate political discourse and ethical debates. The emergence of Romanticism played a crucial role in this resurgence. It fostered a renewed appreciation for individuality and moral reasoning, aligning seamlessly with Cicero's emphasis on natural law and civic duty. His dialogues were examined not merely as historical artifacts, but as vital commentaries on the human condition. In educational institutions, Cicero's texts became essential components of the curriculum. Students engaged with his eloquence, exploring the nuances of persuasive language and logical argumentation. This engagement extended to broader circles, where his thoughts on governance and justice sparked discussions among reformers and revolutionaries. Cicero's ideas on oratory and public speaking also influenced the emerging field of communication, shaping methods and practices that would endure through the ages, through lectures, publications, and translations. His voice found new audiences, illustrating the timeless relevance of his insights into humanity's pursuit of truth and virtue. This intellectual revival underscored his enduring presence in the collective memory of Western thought. Cicero's mastery of oratory established a foundation that would resonate far beyond ancient Rome. In the corridors of power during the late 18th century, his speeches and writings were revered as benchmarks of eloquence and reason. This admiration permeated the thoughts of the American founding fathers, who found in Cicero's rhetoric an ideal framework for their burgeoning ideals of democracy and governance. His emphasis on the rule of law and the importance of civic duty sparked inspiration among these leaders, guiding their discussions around the formation of a new republic. They absorbed his concepts of natural rights and the social contract, integrating them into the very fabric of American political philosophy. Cicero's notion of a balanced government and the necessity for checks on authority echoed in the minds of those drafting the Constitution as they sought to safeguard individual liberties against potential tyranny. Rhetorical techniques such as persuasive appeals and structured argumentation became foundational in the speeches and writings of this era. Public figures like Thomas Jefferson and John Adams incorporated Cicero's principles into their own works, elevating the standards of political discourse. The enduring legacy of Cicero's oratory thus not only shaped Roman society, but also laid the groundwork for modern democratic ideals, influencing generations to come. The intersection of rhetoric and ethics in Cicero's philosophy reveals a profound understanding of human nature and societal dynamics. He posited that effective communication must align with moral principles, asserting that a speaker's integrity is paramount. This belief permeated his oratory, as he often intertwined ethical considerations with persuasive techniques, emphasizing the responsibility that accompanies the power of words in this realm. Cicero championed the concept of the good man speaking well, suggesting that the best rhetoric must emerge from virtuous intentions. He maintained that eloquence devoid of ethical grounding could lead to manipulation and tyranny, underscoring the importance of wisdom and virtue in public discourse. This perspective not only elevated the role of the orator but also reinforced the necessity of moral accountability in leadership. Cicero's writings illustrate a profound engagement with the philosophical underpinnings of ethics. Drawing from the Stoics and the Academy, he argued that true oratory should serve the common good, fostering justice and understanding rather than mere personal ambition. This commitment to ethical rhetoric fosters an enduring dialogue within democratic societies, reminding contemporary audiences of the profound impact that language can wield. In Cicero's vision, the art of persuasion becomes a means to uphold civic virtue, creating a legacy that resonates throughout history. The legacy of Cicero extends beyond the realm of persuasion, influencing the very foundations of Roman education. His writings served as essential texts for oratory and rhetoric, shaping the curriculum in schools throughout the empire. This intellectual framework emphasized the importance of eloquence and critical thinking, encouraging students to engage with the philosophical and ethical dimensions of public life. Cicero advocated for a comprehensive education, one that integrated philosophy, law, and history. His belief in the power of a well-rounded education fostered a generation of leaders who could navigate the complexities of governance and civic responsibility. The emphasis on rhetoric not only cultivated skilled speakers, but also nurtured thinkers capable of analyzing the moral implications of their actions. These educational principles permeated Roman society, creating a culture that valued articulate discourse. As students studied Cicero's texts, they were exposed to his ideas on justice, duty, and the role of the individual within the state. This intellectual tradition laid the groundwork for future generations, ensuring that Cicero's thoughts continued to influence political and philosophical thought long after the fall of the Republic. His impact resonates in various disciplines, intertwining the art of communication with the ideals of citizenship and leadership, and cementing his role as a pivotal figure in the evolution of education in Rome. Cicero's oratorical techniques stand in stark contrast to those of his contemporaries. His mastery of rhetoric encompassed a blend of persuasive appeals, intricate structure, and emotional resonance. The precision in his word choice allowed for clarity, while vivid imagery painted compelling narratives that captivated audiences. Cicero employed ethos, pathos, and logos, carefully balancing appeals to credibility, emotion, and logic. This triad established a profound connection with listeners, fostering an atmosphere ripe for persuasion. In comparison, rivals often leaned on more simplistic methods. Without Cicero's nuanced understanding of audience dynamics, their speeches tended to lack depth and strategic engagement. The reliance on mere declamation or bombastic delivery frequently alienated listeners who sought a more substantive experience. Cicero's approach, grounded in philosophical reasoning and ethical considerations, elevated discourse beyond mere performance. The structure of his speeches also played a critical role. He employed a methodical arrangement, guiding audiences through complex ideas with clarity. This was in stark contrast to many who favored spontaneity over structure, resulting in disjointed arguments that failed to leave a lasting impact. Such differences highlight not only Cicero's unique skill, but also the lasting legacy of his techniques, shaping communication practices well into subsequent eras. The echoes of his rhetorical brilliance continue to influence orators and thinkers across time. The intricate layers of Cicero's rhetorical strategies reveal profound symbolism that extends beyond mere words. His employment of metaphors serves as a bridge between complex ideas and the audience's understanding. By evoking imagery familiar to his listeners, he crafts a connection that transcends the spoken word. These vivid comparisons resonate with the emotions and experiences of Roman society, allowing his messages to permeate the collective consciousness. Cicero's use of ethos, pathos, and logos illustrates a multifaceted approach to persuasion. Ethos cultivates credibility, establishing him as a trusted figure within the political landscape. Pathos evokes empathy, drawing forth the emotional responses of his audience. The logical structuring of arguments through logos provides clarity, appealing to the intellect. This delicate balance between emotional resonance and rational discourse enhances his effectiveness. A symbolism inherent in his speeches often reflects broader themes of justice and morality, serving as a mirror for societal values. His references to the past, particularly to legendary figures and events, reinforce a sense of continuity within the Roman narrative. This historical context not only grounds his arguments, but also elevates them, imbuing his rhetoric with a timeless quality. Cicero thus becomes a conduit for transmuting societal ideals into a vehicle for change, shaping public opinion with each carefully crafted statement. Cicero's mastery extends into the realms of literature and poetry, where his rhetorical techniques have left an indelible mark. This influence can be discerned in the works of subsequent writers who sought to emulate his eloquence. His use of rhythm, balance, and nuanced argumentation provided a framework that encouraged the elevation of prose and verse alike. Texts from later periods reveal echoes of his style, illustrating how his principles guided authors in their pursuit of clarity and persuasion. The adaptation of Cicero's oratorical structure into poetic forms enriched the landscape of Latin literature. Poets began to explore themes of morality, governance, and personal integrity, often mirroring the philosophical undercurrents present in Cicero's speeches. In this way, his ideas permeated through verses, shaping the moral discourse of the era. The interplay between rhetoric and poetic expression established a legacy that transcended his lifetime. Contemporary writers continue to draw upon Cicero's insights, finding relevance in his exploration of ethics and civic responsibility. This ongoing dialogue with his works indicates a sustained resonance, suggesting that the seeds he planted have flourished into a diverse array of literary expressions. The enduring power of his voice, thus, reverberates through the ages, guiding thoughts on the interplay of language and societal values. Cicero's influence on political rhetoric manifests in his innovative techniques and philosophical insights. His mastery of persuasive speech transformed the art of oratory, embedding it into the fabric of Roman political life. This region became a crucible for debate, where rhetoric shaped public opinion and civic engagement. The precision of his language served not only to sway the masses, but also to elevate the status of rhetoric as a critical skill for governance. Through a series of influential speeches, Cicero articulated foundational concepts of justice, law, and the responsibilities of citizenship. The echoes of his arguments can be traced in the writings of later political theorists, establishing a framework that would endure for centuries. This legacy exists in the way subsequent leaders approached their own rhetoric, blending Cicero's principles into the tapestry of governance. Institutions of higher learning adopted his works, ensuring that the techniques of persuasion would not fade into obscurity. The study of his speeches continues to inform modern political discourse, offering insights into the mechanics of influence and authority. It is within this context that Cicero's voice remains a beacon, guiding the evolution of rhetoric in societies that follow. The subtleties of his approach highlight the profound connection between language and power, a relationship that continues to resonate in contemporary political landscapes. The cultural significance of Cicero's speeches extends far beyond the confines of ancient Rome. They served as a foundation for the development of rhetoric, influencing generations of orators and writers. This body of work became a critical reference point for understanding the mechanics of persuasion, shaping the art of speaking across cultures and epochs. Each speech encapsulates the tensions of the era, reflecting societal values, political ambitions, and the nuances of human emotion. These texts reveal the intricacies of civic duty and personal integrity, offering insight into the moral dilemmas faced by leaders. They functioned as both a mirror and a mold for Roman society, capturing the complexities of its political landscape. This region, marked by strife and ambition, found clarity in Cicero's articulations, which resonated with the public's aspirations for justice and order. The enduring relevance of these speeches is evidenced in their continued study in academic settings, where they inform modern rhetorical theory and practice. Scholars dissect the techniques employed, exploring how they can be applied to contemporary discourse. In political arenas today, echoes of Cicero can be discerned as leaders navigate the delicate balance of authority and accountability. The legacy of his voice persists, shaping dialogues that remain central to democratic engagement. Religious practices in ancient Rome were deeply intertwined with public discourse, providing a framework that Cicero employed in his oratory. The invocation of divine authority often served to bolster arguments, enhancing the credibility of the speaker. In this context, the gods were not merely distant figures, but present influences in the affairs of the state and the lives of citizens. Cicero adeptly navigated this interplay, infusing his speeches with religious references that resonated with audiences, fostering a sense of shared belief. Rituals and ceremonies formed the backdrop of political life, influencing the reception of Cicero's words. The orator's ability to weave these elements into his rhetoric allowed him to connect on a profound level with his listeners. References to deities and omens were strategically employed, creating an atmosphere where political and religious duties converged. This approach not only elevated his arguments, but also invoked a collective memory, anchoring them within the broader Roman cultural landscape. The complexities of Roman religion provided fertile ground for Cicero's oratory to flourish. Through invoking divine will, he navigated political tensions, reinforcing ideas of justice and moral order. This interplay between oratory and spirituality not only shaped Cicero's legacy, but also left an indelible imprint on the fabric of Roman society, ensuring that his voice would echo through the annals of history. The resonance of Cicero's thought extends beyond the confines of ancient Rome, permeating modern democratic ideals. His advocacy for the rule of law, natural rights, and the importance of civic engagement laid foundational principles that continue to inspire political discourse today. This intellectual legacy profoundly influenced Enlightenment thinkers who integrated his ideas into the framework of governance, emphasizing the necessity of a balanced system where power is derived from the consent of the governed. The concept of oratory as a vital tool for public persuasion and civic responsibility remains significant in contemporary political arenas. Rhetoric, as championed by Cicero, is seen as essential for articulating ideas, fostering debate, and encouraging active participation in the democratic process. The values he espoused regarding justice and moral duty resonate in the ongoing quest for equality and human rights, reflecting a commitment to the principle that governance should serve the common good. This and the fiat intia invaluable imprint on the fabric of Roman society, shaping generations of leaders who strive to convey their visions with clarity and conviction. This enduring influence highlights the importance of eloquence in shaping societal values and guiding collective aspirations, thus ensuring that Cicero's voice remains a pivotal element in the ongoing development of democratic ideals. Criticism and opposition often served as catalysts for Cicero's rhetorical prowess. In the face of dissent, a refined articulation emerged, allowing him to address challenges with precision and clarity. This region of discourse became an arena where he deftly employed logical reasoning and emotional appeals, crafting arguments that resonated deeply with his audience. His ability to dismantle adversarial claims showcased not just his intellect, but also his profound understanding of human psychology. The structure of his responses often followed a calculated progression. He would begin with a careful acknowledgement of opposing viewpoints, creating a foundation of respect and understanding. This approach disarmed critics, inviting them into a space of dialogue rather than conflict. Following this, Cicero unleashed a series of counter-arguments, each supported by historical precedent and philosophical insights. This method not only strengthened his position, but also elevated the discourse itself, and sought, in moments of intense scrutiny, he also utilized rhetorical questions, compelling his audience to engage in self-reflection. By framing dilemmas in a manner that encouraged contemplation, he guided listeners toward his preferred conclusions. The effectiveness of these strategies reinforced the notion that rhetoric, when wielded with skill, could transcend mere persuasion, becoming a vehicle for fostering civic engagement and moral responsibility within the Roman populace. The influence of Cicero's family on his oratorical life cannot be understated. His father's position within the equestrian class provided a stable foundation, allowing access to education and the cultivation of intellectual pursuits. This environment nurtured a young Cicero, fostering an early appreciation for philosophy and public discourse. The bonds formed within the family, particularly with his mother, reflected a strong moral underpinning that would later resonate in his speeches. Audiation played a pivotal role, with the family's emphasis on rhetoric shaping Cicero's future. His formal training under prominent teachers honed his skills, enabling him to engage effectively in the political arena. This instruction, combined with familial support, facilitated a deep understanding of the Roman legal system, further enhancing his rhetorical prowess. Cicero's relationship with his brother, Quintus, also contributed significantly. They exchanged letters discussing political strategies and ethical considerations, creating a dialogue that enriched Cicero's thoughts and approaches to public speaking. This intellectual companionship provided critical insights that informed his oratory style. As Cicero navigated the complexities of Roman politics, the values instilled by his family remained ever present. The principles of duty, integrity, and eloquence guided his speeches, ensuring that his voice echoed not just in the Senate but throughout the annals of history. Nay to Roman seekers, but story's sonship extends beyond personal relationships, entwining itself with the broader societal fabric. He posited that genuine friendships are founded on mutual respect and shared virtues, forming an essential bond that enhances both individual character and communal stability. This perspective permeates his rhetorical approach as he recognized the power of alliances in persuasion. In the realm of public discourse, it is apparent that the strength of a speaker lies not solely in their arguments, but also in the relationships they cultivate. Cicero understood that fostering trust and camaraderie could sway public opinion and inspire collective action. These foundational beliefs are evident in his writings, where he articulates the necessity of friendship as a vital tool for effective communication. Rhetorically, Cicero employed personal anecdotes and relatable narratives to illustrate the depth of these connections. The warmth of friendship served as a backdrop for his more political appeals, allowing him to navigate complex issues with emotional resonance. This approach rendered his speeches not merely informative, but profoundly relatable. Bridging the gap between the speaker and the audience, Cicero's reflections on friendship contribute significantly to the understanding of rhetoric as a social art, highlighting the intricate interplay between personal bonds and persuasive language in shaping societal discourse. The brilliance of Cicero's works continues to resonate throughout history, influencing public discourse in profound ways. His writings serve as a cornerstone for the study of rhetoric, guiding generations towards effective communication. This legacy extends beyond the confines of ancient Rome, permeating the realms of politics, law, and philosophy. The principles articulated within his texts provide a framework for persuasive speech, emphasizing the importance of clarity, structure, and ethical considerations. In contemporary society, the echoes of Cicero's ideas manifest in various forms, from political speeches to legal arguments. The emphasis on moral integrity and civic duty within his rhetoric fosters a sense of responsibility among speakers, encouraging them to engage with their audiences meaningfully. This region of influence underscores the vital role that oratory plays in democratic processes, shaping public opinion and enabling dialogue. Further examination reveals how Cicero's stylistic choices, including the use of rhetorical questions and vivid imagery, continue to inform modern communication techniques. These elements enhance engagement, making complex ideas more accessible. The enduring nature of his contributions reflects an innate understanding of human connection, establishing a bridge between the speaker and the listener. As societies evolve, the principles derived from Cicero's works remain foundational, ensuring that the art of persuasion will continue to thrive in shaping collective narratives. Cicero's oratory serves as a mirror, reflecting the values intrinsic to Roman society. These persuasive techniques, rich with rhetorical devices, illustrate a commitment to reason and civic duty. Through eloquent speech, he emphasized the importance of justice, virtue, and the common good. Resonating deeply with the ideals of the Republic, such values were not merely abstract concepts, they formed the bedrock of Roman identity, influencing everything from governance to daily interactions. In this landscape, rhetoric became a tool for both personal ambition and public service. Cicero's speeches reveal a complex interplay between individual power and collective responsibility. The refinement of language and argumentation demonstrates a deep respect for the audience, acknowledging their role in the political sphere. This reciprocal relationship is evident in his appeals to emotions and ethics, designed to persuade while fostering a sense of unity among citizens. The resonance of Cicero's thoughts extends beyond the confines of his time. His reflections on morality and leadership permeate various facets of Western thought, illustrating how they continue to inform contemporary dialogue. The enduring nature of his oratory reinforces essential Roman values, bridging the past with the present. This legacy invites ongoing exploration, revealing the profound impact of language in shaping civilizations. The contours of Cicero's influence extend into contemporary rhetoric, where his principles remain relevant. The understanding of persuasion, rooted in ethos, pathos, and logos, serves as a foundation for modern communicators. This framework allows speakers to connect with audiences on multiple levels, echoing the techniques employed by Cicero in the Roman Forum. In academic circles, his works are dissected, analyzed, and applied to contemporary issues, reinforcing the timeless nature of his insights. The study of his speeches provides valuable lessons in clarity and emotional resonance, equipping individuals with the tools necessary for effective discourse. The emphasis on structure in argumentation, often traced back to Ciceronian methods, endures in classrooms around the world. Public speaking and debate organizations frequently draw upon Cicero's techniques to enhance their participants' abilities. Techniques of rhetorical questioning, strategic pauses, and vivid imagery, all of which Cicero mastered, can be found in the training of future leaders. Digital media has transformed the landscape of rhetoric, yet the essence of Cicero's teachings persists. In an age dominated by social media, brevity and impact have become paramount, reflecting the necessity for clarity that Cicero championed. This evolving dialogue between past and present underscores the enduring relevance of his contributions to the art of persuasion and communication strategies in a rapidly changing world. The influence of Cicero resonates beyond the confines of ancient Rome, echoing through the corridors of modern society. His insights into rhetoric continue to shape contemporary discourse, emphasizing clarity, logic, and emotional appeal. This enduring voice serves as a guiding principle for politicians, educators, and leaders who navigate the complexities of public communication. Contemporary debates and discussions often reflect Cicero's teachings, where the art of persuasion remains vital. His emphasis on ethical considerations in rhetoric encourages a deeper examination of the moral responsibilities that accompany influential speech. This scrutiny is especially relevant in an era characterized by rapid information dissemination and varying interpretations of truth. In legal arenas, Cicero's principles persist, forming the foundation of arguments that seek to sway juries and uphold justice. The courtroom, much like the Roman Forum, becomes a stage where eloquence and reasoning intertwine to shape verdicts and opinions. Scholars and communicators alike draw from his extensive works, recognizing the timeless nature of his observations on human behavior and societal dynamics. The echoes of his voice remind us of the power inherent in language, urging a thoughtful approach to communication that transcends time. The legacy of Cicero illustrates the profound impact of words and the responsibility they carry in shaping our understanding of the world. Exploring Cicero's works reveals a rich landscape of rhetorical mastery and philosophical thought. His extensive writings, encompassing speeches, letters, and treatises, serve as a window into the political and social dynamics of ancient Rome. These texts not only illuminate his personal convictions, but also reflect the broader intellectual currents of his time. The depth of his oratory, particularly in speeches like In Catilinum, illustrates the potency of rhetoric in swaying public opinion and instigating political change. The reach of Cicero's influence extends beyond the confines of Roman history. His ideas have permeated various fields, including law, ethics, and political theory. Works such as De Republica and De Legibus delve into governance and justice, shaping foundational concepts that resonate in contemporary discussions about democracy and civic responsibility. Translations and commentaries on these texts provide modern readers access to Cicero's insights, fostering an appreciation for his eloquence and clarity. Scholars continue to analyze his arguments, enriching our understanding of his contributions to rhetoric and philosophy. The enduring nature of Cicero's work not only underscores the significance of effective communication, but also highlights the responsibility of those who wield the power of the spoken and written word. Each reading serves as a reminder of the intricate relationship between language and society, echoing through centuries.